हेलो फ्रेंड्स, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड आफ्टरनून, गुड इवनिंग। ये वीडियो आपके CSEET के नवंबर अटेम्प्ट का पेपर एनालिसिस का वीडियो है, सब्जेक्ट बीइंग लॉजिकल रीजनिंग। सो आई वांट टू टेल यू वन थिंग। सो जो एग्जाम कंडक्ट हुआ था वो 3 सेक्शन में कंडक्ट हुआ था, बैच वाइज, मॉर्निंग, आफ्टरनून एंड इवनिंग। ये पेपर उनमें से एक अटेम्प्ट का पेपर है, सो देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी कि काफी स्टूडेंट्स को ये अलग लगेगा, उनको लगेगा ये क्वेश्चन नहीं आए थे एग्जाम में, लेकिन ये क्वेश्चन आए थे। दीज आर ओरिजिनल एग्जाम क्वेश्चंस। सेकंड, गाइस, ऑल द बेस्ट। 26 नवंबर को आपका रिजल्ट अनाउंस हुआ है। ऑल द बेस्ट। लेट्स प्रोसीड विथ आवर एनालिसिस। ऑल्सो बिफोर दैट, आप मेरे साथ, अगर आपको ये पेपर सॉल्व करना है तो आप डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में से लिंक पे से ये पेपर डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, मेरे साथ सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। लेट्स स्टार्ट। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, which number comes in the place of question mark in the given series? Okay, so if I have a look at the series, मुझे दिख रहे हैं 162464, 081232, 040616। मुझे पूछा गया कि इसके बाद आपको क्या लगता है कौन सा नंबर आएगा। लेट्स सी। अच्छा, ऐसे क्वेश्चन में क्या मैं पहले क्वेश्चन ऑप्शंस देखूं या फिर मैं मेरे लिए कैलकुलेशंस करूं एंड फिर ऑप्शन से गो थ्रू करूं? मैं मेरे कैलकुलेशंस पहले करूंगी। सो आई स्टार्ट ऑब्जर्विंग द पैटर्न। अगर मैं पैटर्न देखूं तो मुझे ये दिख रहा है कि पहले का जो 16 है उसका हाफ यहाँ पे है 8 एंड उसका हाफ यहाँ पे है 4। सिमिलरली 24 का 12 एंड 6। सिमिलरली 64 का 32 एंड 32 का 60। सो यही पैटर्न अगर मैं फॉलो करूं तो मेरा नेक्स्ट नंबर क्या होगा? 4 का हाफ 2, 6 का हाफ 03, 16 का हाफ 08। तो कैन आई से दैट C is my option? गाइज, वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम होता अगर आपने ऑप्शंस पहले देखे होते। हमेशा पहले एनालाइज करो, अगर एनालाइज नहीं कर पा रहे हो तो ऑप्शन से गो थ्रू करो एंड फिर आपका आंसर ढूंढो। क्वेश्चन 2, how many fours in the following series are not immediately preceded by 9 but immediately followed by question mark? नहीं, it's a typo error, by 2. So let's see. तो मुझे ढूंढना क्या है? मुझे ऐसे 4 नंबर ढूंढने ये सीरीज में से जहां पे पहले 9 नहीं है बट उसके बाद 2 है। सो आई स्टार्ट लुकिंग एट द सीरीज। पहला 4 मुझे दिख रहा है, उसके बाद 2 है, उसके पहले 9 नहीं है। सो दिस इज वन ऑफ माई आंसर्स। नेक्स्ट 4 में भी पहले 6 है, बाद में 2 है। सो अगेन दिस इज माई आंसर। 9 इज नॉट देयर। इन द नेक्स्ट 4, दो 4 एक साथ में, लेकिन पहले 9 है बाद में 2 है। आई शुड इग्नोर दिस बिकॉज द क्वेश्चन सेज not immediately preceded by 9. So ignore this. The last 4 I see is there is 2 after that but there is not 9 before that. So this I will count. So total कितने हुए? 1 2 3. So how many 4s are there? There are 3 4s. So answer is C. 3 statements are given below followed by 2 conditions. Choose the conclusions that logically follow the statement by selecting an appropriate option. Statement 1 is all color are paints. Statement 2 is no paint is planet. Statement 3 is all moons are planet. So these statements are rather confusing. What I will do is I will make a Venn diagram. Let's make a Venn diagram. स्टेटमेंट 1 के लिए मेरा वेन डायग्राम दिखेगा सर्कल इन अ सर्कल, बिकॉज if you see okay. Oh. So this is my color. This circle represents paints. So can I say all colors are paints? So this statement is 1. Statement 2, no paint is planet. So can I say there is no connection, between paint and planet. So I'll make 2 circles but separately. 1, 2. And this is my paint. This is my planet. And there is no connection. There is no connection. Third, all moons are planet. Again, just like our first diagram, all moons, so moons will be the smaller circle and the bigger circle will be planet. Okay, so I have just converted my 3 statements into 3 diagrams, so it will be easier for me to analyze. Analysis के लिए मुझे easy हो जाएगा. Let's see. Conclusion 1 says no color is planet. मतलब no color is planet. True, color और planet का कोई relation नहीं है. Color का relation is only with the paint. So conclusion 1 is true. Some paints are planet. Some paints are planet. We saw in the second statement that planet and paint have no connection. So the second statement is false. So out of the 4 options given to me, can I say only conclusion 1 follows? That is my option B. Okay guys, before proceeding further, I would like to make a small announcement. The announcement is regarding your CS executive seminar conducted by our professors, Professor Abhishek Sharma and Professor Nihal Bhatt. The seminar is going to be on 20th November at 5 p.m. It will be conducted on Zoom. The Zoom ID and password, I'm just going to share it with you. Just take a screenshot right now so that you don't miss our session. I hope you all have taken the screenshot. I will move forward. Question 4. In which of these timings the angle between hour hand and the minute hand is 90 degrees? Now, students, if you have studied the concept of clocks, you have a formula. The formula says something like this. Theta is equal to, theta representing your angle, is equal to 60h minus 11m divided by 2. 60h minus 11m divided by 2. So if I have to solve this, let me take this here. Okay, let me solve each and every option. See, 7 o'clock is far from 90. Reason being, because if I draw a clock here, let me draw a clock here. See, this is my clock. The hour hand will be somewhere here and the minutes hand will be somewhere here. So can I say 7 o'clock is not the correct option? No. 6:15. Let's see 6:15. If I see 6:15, small will be here. The minute hand will be somewhere in 3. Now, though this looks like 90 degree, it might not be 90 degrees. See, why I'll tell you. When it is 6:50, the R hand is slightly above 6. So you always do it with the formula. Never go by your drawing, but always go with the formula. So I'll say 60 is equal to, theta is equal to 60 into 6 minus 11 into 50 upon 2. Now 60 into 6 is 360 minus 11 into 15 gives me 165 divided by 2. So 360 minus 165 divide by 2 will give me somewhere 97.5. So this is more than 90, not our option. Let's analyze 3 p.m. For 3 p.m, theta is equal to 60 into 3 minus 11. p.m, there are no minutes, so this will be my 0 divided by 2. 180 minus 0 divided by 2. Guys, I got 90 degrees. So my answer is 3 p.m. I need not do 6:45. 6:45, again same problem, guys. When it is 6:45, the R hand is not at 6. It is slightly above 6. So it is not a perfect 90 degree. Next, given below are two statements marked as assertion and reason. Based on them, make the correct answer. Mark the correct answer. It is not make, guys, it is mark. Now, the assertion is females live longer in India on an average. Guys, female actually live longer than men. It is naturally inbuilt among women to live longer. They have certain hormones that help them live longer. They are stronger than men in this sense. If you you can also check this on internet. The life expectancy of women all over the world is 7 to 8 years more than men. So the assertion is true. It is that female live longer in India on an average. Now, reason. Female have better access to food and health facilities. Right? कभी ऐसा सुना है आपने कि गवर्नमेंट ने बोला फीमेल को ज्यादा फूड दो, मेल को कम फूड दो? कभी भी गवर्नमेंट ने ऐसा कोई पॉलिसी नहीं निकाला दैट women should have better access to food. In fact, if you see in India, women have the tendency of having food after men in the family have eaten. Okay, if you see your moms, your sisters, or females in your family, they generally sit to eat after the men have eaten. Also, in Indian families, the first preference generally in olden days was given to men, and then female used to sit after the men have completed their meal. So this is not at all true. So you have to select one option. The option will be assertion is true, but the reason is wrong. Assertion is true, but the reason is wrong. So the answer is B. In the following question mark, if the question can be answered with the help of one alone, with the help of two alone, with the help of both 1 and 2, or if the question cannot be answered at all. What is the total number of cats and rats? Let's see statement 1 and 2. Statement 1 says there would be 2 rats for each cat if one more rat is added. So whatever number of rats is, if one more rat is added, then it will be equal to cats. There would be equal number of cats and rats if one dies. Guys, there is no way to determine except for solving this with the help of equation. Say rats and cats. Say rats are X and cats are Y. Now let's see the equation 1. There would be 2 rats for each cat. So if one more rat is added. Okay. And the second equation says there would be equal number of cats and rats if one rat dies. So x minus 1, or let me write it here, x minus 1 equal to y. So can I say I can replace y with 2x plus 1 is equal to x minus 1. If I have to solve this, 2x minus x minus 1 minus 1. So this says x is equal to minus 2. Guys, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. So that's why I need some more information. That's why the question cannot be answered at all. The question cannot be answered at all because I need more information. Either I need number of cats or I need number of rats or something like that. Only then I will be able to determine either of the numbers. So the answer will be 4. That is A. Now this question seems about coding. Let's see. In a certain code, I love my nation is coded as this. Now, when the question is so big, you first read your requirement. When the question is so big, mark my words, you first read your requirement. This will reduce your time for solving it by at least 50%. Now, let's read our requirement first. What is the code for the word we? What is the code for the word we? So where I will go? I will go directly to the sentences which have we. Only then there will be a coded we. So we love our country is coded as Nick, Juck, Luck, Tech. So can I say we? Here seems to be Nick. We. We respect our nation is coded as Luck, Deck, Tech, Mick. Again, Luck, Deck, Tech, Mick. So can I say we here seems to be luck, LK. Now what is the code for word we? Is it Nick? Is it luck? See, is it Nick? Is it luck? It could be both. So can I say cannot be determined? Cannot be determined. A pair of sequences are given. They've given you again, the data is big, you first read your requirements. How many different digits are there including in both the sequences? So first if you observe, the sequence contains both. They contain letter and they contain numbers. They have asked you how many different digits yani numbers, are there including in both the sequences. But the keyword being different digits. Not same, different. So if I go through the first sequence, I directly see 3. So it's a different digit. I see 4. I see 7. Then again there is 3 and 7. Same digits. I see 6. Then again I see 6. Then it's similar. I see 2. So I see 2. I see 9 is different. Then there is 3 and 6. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6. But let's again count, guys. See, I'm marking it again for your reference. See, 3 is different, 4 is different, 7 is different. So 3, I have 4 here, I have 5 here, 2 is not repeated, I have 9 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 0, guys. I have 0 also. So there are total 7 digits which are different. Next. So the answer is D, okay, for the previous one. Which number should come in place of question mark in the following series? Guys, they say 39, 76, 225, 896. So if I take 39 and 76 to 25, I see 39 is very closely related to 76. There is only difference of 1. So can I say if I subtract 39, let's say 1, that gives me 39 minus 1 gives me 38. If I do into 2, I will get 76. Now if I see a relationship between 76 and 225, 76 is kind of close to 3 times. Okay, 76 into 3 times will give you close to 225. So again what I do, since I've previously subtracted 1, I'll again subtract 1. Gives me 75 into 3 gives me 225. Again for the next number, I subtract 1, gives me 224. Into 4 will give me 896. Again I subtract 1, which is 895. Now if I do 895 into, I've already done into 4, so it's into 5. The answer comes to 5744. So let me just make you look this in a clear way. See this, guys. Sorry, 4475. So my answer is 4475. So what was the pattern? It was subtracting 1 multiplied by 1, then subtracting 1 multiplied by 2, then again subtracting 1 multiplied by 3, subtracting 1 multiplied by 4, subtracting 1 multiplied by 5. 11th. Now let's solve. If P is the sister of X, so this is it, this is P, P is sister of X and S is daughter of P. So if I take S here, is daughter of P. Now, how is X related to S? So they are asking me a relationship situation between X and S. So how is X related to S? So what is X, how is X related to S? Now, looking at the options, I feel very inclined to go to maternal uncle. Feel very inclined because if I am P, I have a, so I am sister of someone and I have a daughter, I am very inclined to mark that S is maternal uncle. But guys, there is no way to determine X's gender. So X could be maternal uncle also, could be maternal aunt also. So I would like to mark can't be determined because I don't know the gender of X. Next, which of these pair of alphabets have least number of consonants, between them? M and Z, H and P, A and Y, B and H. Let's count. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. So many. H, so I'll say I, J, K, L, M, N, O, 7. B, C, D, E, F. Again, it's starting from A going to Y. It's a long series. B. So the least till now we have found is 7. C, D, E, F, G. 5. Guys, it is 5. Okay. Now, consonants are those letters. Again, understand. Consonants are those letters which don't include vowel. Which don't include vowel. That is A, E, I, O, U. So what I would like to do is, I will like to write the letters here for B and D options. I, J, K, L, M, N, O, C, D, E, F, G. If I have to remove vowel, A, E, I, O, U. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Can I say the least of the consonants is B and Ch? Next, 13th question. Guys, for 12, it was necessary to know what are consonants. Consonants are letters other than your vowels. If today is Friday, 13th question. If today is Friday, then what day of the week will it be after 112 days? So, I'll take 112 days. I'll take a week has 7 days. I will see whether it is divisible. So 7 ones are 7, 4, 7 6 are 42. So 16 times in a week Friday will come, right? I have to count 112 days. Now, if let's read the question again. Today is Friday. Then what day of the week will it be after 112 days? After 112, guys, 112th day will still be a Friday. So can I say it will be Saturday? It will be Saturday because it is after 112 days. Till 112 days it will be Friday only because divisible by 7. So every 7th day is a Friday. In the following question, a statement is followed by 4 inferences. Select the one which is most appropriate. Statement: government has decided to reduce the salaries of all the central government employees due to health emergency in the nation. The statement says Sham is an income tax officer. Now let's see inferences. Inferences yani conclusion. Sham's salary will be increased. Sham's salary will be decreased. Sham's salary will remain constant. Private sector employee earn more. See, first to answer this question, we need to understand whether Sham is a government employee or no. Guys, every income tax officer in the country comes under the jurisdiction of central government. Okay. So I would like to conclude that Sham is a government employee. If Sham is a government employee, can I say if all the employees are taking those reduced salaries, Sham will also be getting the decreased salary. So, Sham's salary will be decreased. On what shaped terrain should 4 equally sized trees be arranged so that they are all equidistant from each other? Guys, the requirement is that they should be equidistant. They should be equidistant. Now, if they're equidistant, they are definitely not pyramid, not circle. So these options are not in our consideration also. But let's talk about rhombus and a square. Guys, do you all know or remember what is a rhombus? Rhombus is a quadrilateral with 4 sides being equal. With 4 sides being equal. So if this is a quadrilateral and I say all sides are equal, it is a rhombus. It is a rhombus. Square is a special case of a rhombus where all sides are equal but they are at an angle of 90 degree. Rhombus with 90 degree is not necessary. So can I conclude that rhombus is a bigger umbrella, square is a smaller umbrella, is inside the umbrella of the rhombus or inside the family of rhombus. So when they asked me that 4 equally sized trees be arranged so that they are equidistant, Guys, we need to take rhombus because they have not talked about the angles. They are not asking for a specific 90-degree angle. They are just asking the trees to be equidistant, and rhombus completely agrees with the condition. And even if it's a square, it is included in the rhombus. Let's see. If the seventh day, I'm starting with the 16th question. If the seventh day of a month is 3 days earlier than Friday, so this is a month, they are saying seventh day of a month is 3 days earlier than Friday. So seventh day is not Thursday, not Wednesday, not Tuesday. Okay. So basically, whatever 7 days, 10th day, my 10th day is Friday. Okay. 7 days earlier. So 8th, 9th and 10th. 3 days earlier than Friday. Okay. What day will it be on the 19th day? Okay. So can I say 17th day will again be a Friday. 18th day will be a Saturday. And 19th day will be a Sunday. Okay. Which of the 17th question? Which of the following statement gives us options can be concluded from the given information? Information. In a tribal village X, nature is closely linked to human life. The parents actually plant a coconut sapling near their houses when a girl child is born, letting the growth of the girl child coincide with the growth of the plant. Now, what can you conclude from this? The planting ritual gives happiness to the girl child and the family child. See, there is nothing mentioned about happiness. The planting ritual is closely associated with the growth of the girl child. See, I see growth here, I see growth here. I think this is a possible answer. Let's just look at the other options and then conclude. Village X gives more importance to a girl as compared to a boy. See, nothing is mentioned about what they do when a boy is born. So we don't know, we cannot compare. We don't have the relevant information. Coconut is auspicious for people of village X and is a major source of income. Again, nothing is mentioned about the income. So, my possible answer is B and B only. Guys, the video ends here. All the best once again. Come to our seminar. Don't miss it. Thank you so much.